Hi. I am sorry, first of all, that I couldn't be there. I was really looking forward to this, to teaching with Pastor Derrick. And I was looking forward to it for a long time. Things came up, unfortunately. Right now, as you're watching this, I'm probably at work, half asleep, and probably half asleep like a zombie. So I'm sorry I couldn't make it, but I'm glad we had this opportunity to at least have a little bit of a video intro to talk about what you guys just read, which was the last chapter in Romans. You guys have been in Romans for a while, and basically what you guys just read was an ending to this letter, and it was Paul saying goodbye to all of his friends in the Roman church. This is before Facebook and Twitter and cell phones and email. So contacting someone back in those days wasn't that easy. And the reason he had to list all these people at the end of the letter was because they were all important to him. I know when I first read it the first time, it was kind of awkward seeing, like, okay, say hello to Phyllis, say hello to Julia, all these names that were listed. And it was awkward because it just seemed a little weird. But if you remember that, okay, he wanted to make sure that everyone that he was friends with knew that he was thinking about them, that he was grateful for their lives. Then it kind of makes sense. It's kind of like if I was away on a trip and I was trying to leave a letter for you guys, I would end it with, say hello to Pastor Derrick for me. Say goodbye to Eunice for me. Say hello to Aaron. What's up, Aaron? Say hello to Nick, Allie. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it kind of worked back in the day, because they don't have the kind of methods of communication that we do. To me, the point of this chapter is really simple. It's really simple because, to me, it's all about the idea that your Christian friendships, your friendships with your brothers and sisters who are Christian, there's something special about that. If we went like side by side, or just went like one by one through these verses, we would hear about a woman named Phoebe. She cared for the sick, she cared for the poor, she cared for the unbelievers. We would read about Priscilla and Aquila. These are people who risked their lives for Paul. We read about Junia. She shared a jail cell with Paul. She went to prison with Paul just to keep him company. And these were Paul's closest friends in the Church of Rome. People who cared for him, people who bled for him, people who went to jail with him. I want you to know that there's a special bond that exists between you and your friends sitting around you right now. Right? Okay, go ahead and take a look. Look around the room right now. I'm just going to assume that you're doing it because I'm not there. So I hope you're doing it. Otherwise, this is going to seem kind of awkward. I'll give you a second. Okay, I really hope you did it. Otherwise, this is going to be sad. The people around you right now, there's a special relationship that you have with them. And it's special specifically because the Bible tells us that we are all members of the same family. That means, quite simply, we need each other. I need you, you need me, we need each other. We have to be there for each other. Because these relationships that we're building with other Christians, these are relationships that are going to last forever, eternity. We're going to be in heaven one day, having a barbecue or something. I hope that didn't cross the line. But you get what I'm saying. These are relationships that are going to last forever. One of the sobering thoughts I had when I was your age, I had a friend who I didn't really like. Well, I wouldn't even call him a friend. It was more like an enemy. We weren't really friends. But we went to the same church. I didn't like him. I despised him. He was kind of like the anti-version of me. In all the ways that I'm awesome, he was kind of weird. Don't laugh. That's not that funny. And we didn't get along at all. The thing is, I knew we were both Christians. We were both going to end up in heaven one day. And if I didn't squash these dumb arguments that we were having as a 16-year-old, we might never get over it. And I'm not saying it happened overnight, but we kind of became friends after a while. And you know what? He actually became one of my best friends. We don't really talk that much now, but we're still on good terms. And that's amazing to me. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with having friends outside the church, friends that aren't Christians, because you need to. They do take a special part in your life. I have them, Pastor Derrick has them, Donald has them, we have them. Is that grammatically correct? I'm not really sure. The point is, there's a point to having those friends in your life. I'm not saying completely dump them overnight, delete them from Facebook, never talk to them again. That's not what I'm saying. Don't do that. I'm just saying simply, recognize that the people sitting next to you right now, the people sitting to your left and to your right, to your back and to in front of you, these are people that you're going to have relationships with for eternity. I want today to throw away the term church friends. I want to get rid of it completely. I don't want to use it anymore. I want to replace that with family. Instead of, hey, if you're at home and instead of going to one of your other buddies like, hey, I'm going to go this Friday hang out with my church friends, let's get rid of it. Why are we putting these kinds of terms on ourselves? When I was your age, I was about, I think, 16 years old in this picture. These are basically my best friends. And at the time, when I was your age, sitting in the position that you guys were, I basically just thought them as my church friends. As people I saw on Fridays or Sundays, and that's cool, and whatever. But we weren't that close. We were just like, church friends. And the thing is, I can honestly say, and these aren't just my only friends. I do have more friends than these two. It's just the only photo I could really find of us from back in the day. I can honestly say, though, that although I've had many friends, many great friends who aren't Christian, and they've done so much for me, I can honestly say that through it all, it's my Christian friends, it's my Christian brothers who have meant the most. We've gone through so many highs, we've gone through so many lows. We've been through great things, we've been through sad things. We've laughed together, we've cried together, we've seen each other do really embarrassing things. If you asked any of my best friends, they could tell you about half a dozen really horrible and embarrassing stories about me, but don't, because I'll kill them. And I hope that I could get across to you that it's important. It's important to recognize that there's a special relationship, a bond that can be created between you and the people you're sitting next to right now. I know a lot of you grew up together in the church. Some of you grew up together here at New Life Center. Some of you grew up at FICC. I know what that's like. But honestly, our relationships got so much better when we all just dropped this whole, I'll see you on Friday, I'll see you on Sunday, the rest of the week, and who cares? When we let go of that mentality and recognize that we were brothers and sisters and friends and family, everything went incredibly awesome after that. It was legendary. Because we let go of these titles and these terms and we embraced each other as brothers and sisters. And for those of you who maybe you haven't come for that long, you don't know anybody, you weren't in my position, you didn't grow up in the church, you didn't grow up in this church, you don't know anybody, maybe it's your first time, maybe it's your first month, maybe you've come here for like 3 years, but you don't really know anybody. You're still kind of getting used to it and you don't know what's going on. I'm here to tell you, well, I'm not here, I'm not really there, I'm on video. This is sad. Sorry, grammatical error. Anyway, I'm here to tell you that you belong now. Look around. Maybe you don't feel it yet. Maybe you don't feel it now at this moment. But you belong here. We accept you. We love you. You You belong here with us. You're one of us. And I don't mean to say that in some scary cult way. But I mean to say that you're a part of the family. So whether you've been here for a while or whether you're here for the first time, you're a part of the family. We accept you for who you are. I'm going to pass it on to Derrick now, and he's going to continue this. Again, I am so sorry that I couldn't make it. Right now, I'm at work. But I want to finish this off saying, again, point, if you don't get anything else, remember this. You're a part of this family. Welcome to the family.